Everybody, welcome back to this week's episode of Mint Out of the Box. I am your host, the Godfather of Toys, the J-Bomb. Hope you all had a fantastic week. I am freshly back, literally moments ago. I walked in from CREEPIE-CON in Ontario, California this year. I took my lovely daughter, 24 Karat Gold, to meet Skeet Ulrich and Matthew Lillard of Scream fame, because she's a big fan of the movie. And here are some of those sights and sounds from our day right here. Well, so there you go. The line was long to see those two. I mean, they really should have called it Skeet and Lillard Fest, because we were in line literally all day for them. But we had a fantastic time. My daughter had a great time. Both of them were super nice. And if I had to wait in line again to meet those two guys, and I mean, because they were super personable, very nice to the fans. Everyone walked away with a story, and for the money that producer Steph spent, it was worth it. So, and every time that we mention the lovely one, my wife, my life, producer Steph, you worked all day to create extra money for us to just go blow today. Was it worth it? Was the 18-hour shift worth the payoff for the lovely one?
Was it worth it? Of course it was worth it. It's fun to see her experience on a lower level what you experience with your autograph signings. She does the bright red, I'm going to pass out nervousness, and you just do the excited face.
I do the, hey, honky tonk man. I was traumatized when you beat Ricky Steamboat, and he's busy staring at producer Steph's rack, so what are you going to do? Speaking of wrestling, I meant to do it, but we've had all these cons going on. I recently obtained the latest drop in the Mattel Creations Retro Hasbro line. Brief history. After the WWF LJN series ended, the next one they started was the Hasbro line. I believe it was in 1989, maybe 88. I think in 89. And the cool thing about that line is the figures are like a little bit more cartoonish looking compared to the kind of the more not ultra realism, but the ultra realism for the time period of the LJN figures. A lot smaller size, smaller scale, which was cool because I had a pretty large collection of LJN figures that took up a lot of space. This didn't. They included a ring. Came with the Winged Eagle belt. That was the only drawback I was upset about. They never made an Intercontinental or tag belts to go with it. But it was a cool line, and from the period of 89 to, I believe they finally went away in 93, 94. The last cards to get, the green cards, were really hard to obtain. I had them all.
Shocking.
But with the exception of a few people, they made pretty much everybody that ran through there at the time. Towards the end of the line, there were some people, of course, that didn't. And then there was a year and a half or so, we had no wrestling figures, and then the Jacks took off, and now we've gone 20-something years without there's always a wrestling figure being produced. And I don't think we'll ever have what I call a dark period again where we have no wrestling figures being produced. But this line has kind of been synonymous with them making because they had a release of retro Hasbros on the shelf a few years ago, and of course the last line, the one I really wanted, didn't reach the shelves, and it was kind of hit and miss. You didn't see these everywhere. They ended.
I'm getting an update. We've got some angry talent coming in.
Speaking of interrupting my show, 24 karat gold. She had her day as we already covered, but since she was late coming in here, I guess we'll cover it now. How was your day? How was the con? What did you get?
Amazing. Today I met Skeet Ulrich and Matthew Lillard. It was very exciting and nerve-wracking.
And what did you almost do?
I was passed out, threw up.
How many times?
Like 16. It was amazing though. I got pictures, bunch of stuff signed, and a lot of heart drops, gut drops.
You got sang too?
I got sang to. Got called adorable a few times. And we only got to meet all these amazing people because of the godfather of toys and producer Steph, which I'm very grateful for.
Thank you very much.
I'm glad you had fun, Boo.
Thank you.
And you too, with hard work, can buy your kids love.
18 hours at a time.
Well, anyway, back to my regularly scheduled show. So when they started kind of redoing this line, they would throw in like usual. They throw in a classic wrestler, and they focus more on the new characters. The line went away. I don't know why, because people seem to like it. The first two releases of these of the Mattel Creations versions, I think we covered both. Focused on a couple, mostly on people that they never produced before. This set's kind of cool because the four guys they actually made regular figures of. There was a release of these figures, but you see the Lex Luger, they released him in his narcissist heel character. Here he is in the red, white, and blue call to action deception, as my buddy Jay Crowless likes to call it, because we were all scammed on that deal. They made a Typhoon, but here he is, his tugboat. And if all stories are correct, there was actually going to be him and Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania, but he's going to be called Sheik Tugboat. Glad they didn't go with that. Another version of Doink. The Doink, the original Doink, it had just a different costume, but had rooted hair, which was really cool because there's no other figure that did it. But this one doesn't have the rooted hair, but it's a cool figure.
And I'd like to point out that that's a Godfather of Toys observation.
What, the rooted hair?
Yes.
I mean, come on. I mean, anyone out there that collected these would know that. The next one is cool for a couple different reasons. They made a Great Hammer Valentine. But if you were hardcore into collecting like I was, and I'm sure some of you are because I've seen some of the posts, there was a Toys R Us ad when they started releasing the tag teams. And there was an ad that ran for Toys R Us in the back of, I believe it was a WWF magazine, that showed a Rhythm and Blues tag team set with Honky Tonk Man and Great Hammer Valentine, and it kind of looked like this. So there's been customs and stuff for years, but now we finally get it. So here we go. And from between this and the Coliseum / LJN type series that they're doing, I'm like in love with the Mattel Creations. Like, I could not buy any of the other stuff that's out there.
Really?
I mean, I could if I had to, if I was forced to. It was kind of funny.
We had that conversation today.
Yeah, producer Steph asked me today if I could only buy one line of toys, what would it be? And I picked not even just the McFarlane, just anything Batman, because I have such a big Batman collection. But luckily, I do well in life, and marrying someone that does well in life too, I'm even weller in life, so I can buy shit like this. So like I said, the Mattel Creations are, as it comes to wrestling, are hitting it out of the park. You have the Cody Ultimate that they put out, should be shipping here pretty soon.
I'd like to point out that not only did we get these super fast this time.
Yes, we did.
But they've upped their so-called limit on them.
Yeah, they used to be only 2, but now it's up to 3. So between the both of us, we can get 6.
But we didn't.
We only
We're
got
not
4.
Crazy.
And the reason why I buy extra of these, because I know there's people out there right now that are not in my situation, might be going through hard times, might not be making a lot of money, or might have been on the fence, and they don't get them, and then down the road they're forced to go to eBay and spend 3, 4, 5 times on it. When if they run into me, and you people out there know who you are, I've actually sent figures to people free of charge just because they needed it. It didn't cost me a lot of money, and it was cool like that. But if someone ever comes to me and goes, man, I missed the boat on these, I missed the tugboat, me, I would just say, hey, bro, Venmo me or just send me what I paid for it, and I give it to them, because I don't upcharge. I do this stuff as an investment, and my investment is into the hobby, friendship, and helping other people obtain what they want to obtain. That's what I get out of it. Anyone else that does the upsell thing, hey, that's fine. That's between you and whoever. I don't do that. Nothing against people that do. But that's why I order more than the regular limit. And as you can also see, we now have swag here at Mint Out of the Box.
Ooh.
You too could own this lovely shirt with my depiction on it. Drop me a message in the description box, and I can tell you, I could get you one, send it to you. But I was able to wear this to the last couple cons. So spread the word with my lovely face. Even Honky Tonk Man commented on it.
Oh, that's my friend.
He turned to producer Steph and goes, is that him on your shirt? And she said yes, and he turned away with a very disgusted look on his face. So, with that, next week is, and I believe it's here already, the 2-year anniversary of Mint Out of the Box. I'm going to try to pull something off. I mean, it's not earth-shattering, but it's going to be something pretty cool. But 2 years, and I could not be here. Well, I guess I could be here not talking to anybody. But, I mean, there's actually people out there that watch this stuff. And it's you people that like, subscribe, share, give me a thumbs up and all that. And I do appreciate everyone who take time every week to sit down and actually watch the craziness that I bring to you every week. 2 years going strong. Producer Steph, do you believe it's been 2 years since we started it?
Yes, I do. It's been 2 years of fun.
So, time has flown by, and I just, like I said, I want to thank all of you for your loyalty, for, like I said, checking me out every week. I really do appreciate it. And with that, I will say thanks again. Hope you enjoy the clips I put in of CREEPIE-CON. Hope you enjoyed the lovely one coming to talk to me.
She's so excited.
She was. And I hope you guys like this week's offering. If you want to pick these up yourself, I believe they're still available. MattelCreations.com. Go check it out. And hopefully you pick them up. If not, I hope you enjoyed my presentation of it. And with that, I will see you next week. Producer Steph.
Oh, we're being called by another fan. Gotta go.
All right, with that, I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one. See you next week.